Guided Whispers, the magic in meeting your spirit guides. Well, welcome back to Gypsy Soul Journeys, baby boys and girls, all you little sexy seekers of the mystical and divine. Let's talk about one of my favorite arts and this beautiful topic within this experience, living life through spirit. So today, we're going to be embarking on a journey into the cosmic haven where I'll take you in to explore the realms beyond your senses. I'll be taking you on a captivating journey into the ethereal world of spirit guides. We are going to be meeting your unseen team, baby. And what this really is, I'm going to be getting you to really understand energy. So strap your helmet on because your mind might go a little bouncy McBounce, but she'll be worth it. So you all know how much I bang on about these bad boys because truly, I cannot stress this enough. You are missing the fuck out by not connecting with these guys. Pretty much every mind-blowing experience I've had on this earth has been through my connection with these little babies. So I know you may be either thinking right now, 1, this chick's cooked it, or there may be a little chance that you might feel a little tingling in your body somewhere, as there may be an inkling of the knowing that today could very well be, actually it most certainly will be, the day your life potentially changes forever. So no matter where you're sitting, both sides are totally perfect. This may just be a little seed of consciousness that grows a big juicy mango tree in your backyard in the years to come. And I mean juicy. So today, we are unraveling mysteries, wisdom, and the wild guidance that these incredible companions offer to those that are connecting in with their presence. We'll be discovering who they are, how they can assist you, and why forging a connection with them is such a transformative journey. Plus, we'll explore the practical ways to establish and nurture this profound connection. And I may just take you on a little journey to energetically connect with them for your journey ahead. So as you guys know, I love speaking about my spirit guides. They are the real MVPs. They are our bestest friends. Like, they know more about you than you know about you. Truly. They are the ones that make everything happen and can see way further than the perception of your little eyes on this earth. Now, this may be a lot to take in, but if you're in this space, either you're ready, you're expanding your consciousness, or it's just another drop in the remembrance pool. And I trust and know that my guides will only bring those to this space that are ready to hear this information. So I'm going to show you what I mean by this. So if you're sitting in a space where you can go on some mini journeys, I would suggest possibly listening to this when you've got a little bit more time and space to actually go there. So when you're ready, just shutting down your eyes and taking a deep breath in. I just want you to imagine yourself zooming out of your body to the top of your roof. And from here, you continue to zoom out outside of your house and out into the stars above, where you're looking down on your body. From here, we're going to zoom even further out to the galaxies above. And when you're ready, I want you to begin to zoom back down to the stars, to the top of your roof, where you see your body sitting in this tiny room. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes, and I want you to just recognize that what you're seeing now, you are only able to perceive through your 2 eyes, and it's only one dimension of reality. We call this the 3rd dimension. It's the physical realm, and if you grab your arm or your leg in this moment, that's form. We can touch it and feel a solid body. Now, our guides live in the 5th dimension, the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. In the dimension of no form, of pure love energy. There is no matrix, aka no grids, no mind, no thought structures. There is no dense energies such as fear. Fear is created and lives in the 3rd dimension where the mind lives. We as humans hang out in the 3rd and 4th dimensions until we become conscious of this and choose to break free from the limits that we're placing on ourselves. This is where a spiritual awakening comes in, and the dark night of the soul basically takes you through the depths of the 3rd and 4th dimension to clear out the vibrations, to give you the eyes to see, so you can travel and access the 5th dimension. And I just want to say throughout this entire podcast, always and forever, everything I speak about is purely based on my experience. These are my belief systems based on what I've experienced. So I'm going to go into discernment in a minute because this is really important. So I personally experience a telepathic realm of knowing, of energy transmissions where I access these higher realms and beings. Now, if you take away that physical body, like when you zoomed out and remote viewed your body just before, you can't feel any form from up there. You can only sense energy. Now, if I've lost you, let this just be another drop of consciousness in your pool. Every time we hear these things, the pool begins to fill up that little bit more and we begin to remember. So our guides live higher than we do. Just like when you zoomed out, way above your body, they can see every relationship playing out. Every little handshake, every little sneaky drug deal, every little deal that's done on the side. They are the ones whispering in the ears of every person walking this delicious planet who consciously connects. So just like when you zoomed out and you could see your body sitting in your room, if you zoom out a little bit more, you'll be able to see all the other souls in the rooms inside the rest of your house. And you can be able to see the connections and the conversations that are taking place. This is what our guides can see. Which, by the way, this is totally my take, as I said before, on what I've received and discovered since being on this journey. Feel free to always have discernment if something doesn't feel right for you, and if it's not your truth, just tell your mind that you're rejecting the statement. So we're all connected. We are fragments of each other. We are consciousness. The universe experiencing itself. Everyone is you pushed out. You are the universe inversed. So every opportunity and every energetic chord, every conversation that is taking place in the world right now is through the mergings of consciousness. Spirit guides are fragments of consciousness. Just like you and me, they hold their own unique frequency and codex, but they are also a part of us. So I'll show you what I mean by this. But first I'm going to take you in to discover your own unique codex. So if you've ever wondered what it's like to meet yourself, this one's going to be for you. So when you're ready, just shutting down your beautiful little eyeballs. You actually can't do that, by the way. But I just want you to repeat in your mind. I set the intention today to remember everything I need for my highest good. I set the intention to connect and make a beautiful long-term connection with the fragments of my soul. Shutting down your eyes and beginning to feel the air make its way through your nose, all the way down into your belly. Beginning to feel the seat beneath you, knowing you are safe, supported, and so held. I invite you to begin to see a beautiful white light expanding in your chest. Beginning to fill your entire being. I invite you to see yourself walking down a street. I want you to walk up to yourself and say hello. If this is the first time you've ever done anything like this, just be patient. I want you to shake your own hand or give yourself a hug and just watch yourself smile. Now, this may be an emotional moment of realization for you. Its purpose is to awaken the energetic codex and unlock it to merge into your being. So welcome to truly meeting yourself for the first time. I want you to see this version of you begin to come towards the white light that you are. And as you come closer, it begins to merge and integrate into the center of your body. As your body fills with this energetic framework that you've now consciously experienced yourself, it begins to fill every cell within your body. So when you're ready, just opening your eyes. And I just want you to see how this was never actually about your physical body. You just met the truth of your own soul, your own energetic codex. Do you in some way understand the fragments of consciousness now? When we merge with that which we desire, we become that which we desire. So it would only make sense to work with the fragments of consciousness that are tapped into a higher frequency in the dimensions of love to remember and access more love. And love is every single driving force on this planet. So our guides can see more than our 3D eyes, right? And they signal things communicating to us in our physical reality all the time. They drop books from shelves, leave feathers on our path, make signs so damn obvious, harass us with deep moments of love in all of the angel numbers we see every day. And our only job is to stay open. Because for some who have not intended to experience the other dimensions, it may be the first experience of playing with different energetics, and you cannot understand something until you have an experience. That's why I'm here to be like, yo, let's journey. This life gets to be fun and easy and juicy and pleasurable and like so magical. So our issue on this earth is we just aren't listening. We aren't willing to see, and we can't actually discover these things unless we, 1, have the experience of a spiritual awakening unknowingly, or 2, work with someone who can safely help us explore our different versions of reality. So this is what I call expanding our consciousness and discovering the truth of connection. That is why you're here today. So if you're here, I love you. I honor you. You are magic and you're fucking gonna change the world and everyone you love's lives. So our guides are who we call on every day, and I'm gonna explain how in simple form. So we all know that our thoughts create feelings, which create actions that create our reality. And what this means is that each thought is connected to a belief. A belief is a construct of the mind, aka a thought that you think over and over until it imprints into a way of being. So beliefs run an energetic frequency through our body. I want you to say the words and notice how they feel in your body. So repeat after me. I absolutely hate having to go to my job. Just notice where that landed in your body. Did it hit your lower belly? And repeat after me. I'm so friggin' excited. I have the day off tomorrow and I just get to chill and hang out with my best friend. Where do you feel that? Did you feel the tingles in your heart? It's a different frequency, right? The 3D world calls this a mood. I just woke up in a mood today. And what I've discovered is when you zoom out, you just have a belief running its story. And if you've woken up with these thoughts running that aren't from a vibration of love, then you feel out of alignment. You are not in alignment with love. So this is now creating an energetic frequency in your body that is now molding the actions of the way that you show up in your day. The longer you stay in that frequency, the more experiences you're going to have that don't feel right. So with each thought that continues on that rampage, we are then calling in an energy to support that belief as truth. Let me show you. I want you to think back to kindergarten. I want you to bring up one person from your class. And you're probably like, what the fuck? That person was super random. Why'd I pick them? Why did they just come through? Well, you can feel who it is, but you most likely don't see their entire face and maybe not their entire body, right? You've just called in that person's energy based on a thought to assist you. Now you can do the same thing, just think about your best friend. Think about your sister. Think about your mum. They each have their own energetic codex. Your little medium calling in spirit still. Do you see now why it's important to be calling in energies of an assisting vibration? Did you notice the change in the way you felt when you called in these energies? So connecting with our spirit guides helps us to get ahead of our own game. And we have to get ahead of our own game if we want to experience the things we came here to experience in this lifetime. We have to become conscious of what energies we are working with each day. So if I close my finger in the door and start saying, this morning is shit, today is shit, then I'm calling in a team of energies to support that thought to prove my story that today is shit to be true. All this is deciding who we want to work with, bringing those energies in, and choosing the thought forms. This is what I call the art of shifting quickly. Now, this doesn't mean that we're letting go of the beauty of creation and surprise and magic. If anything, it opens up more doors. It's more like co-creation, and we swing through the moments of creation and surrender within this. Just like the way creation exists in everything. You have the sex, which is the creation, the pregnancy, which is the surrender and trust, and then you have the birthing, which is co-creation. There is different stages we move through in the flow of existence, And this is the art of manifestation. Do you see how it's all interconnected? Manifestation and guides are purely an umbrella for consciousness, for creation, and being psychic at the core is consciousness. And we are all consciousness, which makes us all psychic. See where I'm going here? So if there's any part of you that thinks, 1, I'm not connected, 2, I can't meet my spirit guides, just know that these are just beliefs in your mind that have been imprinted, and we're going to shift them. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a channel? To be able to access energetics that raise you to the vibration of love, joy, and abundance? To be able to channel the energies of all your desires and experience magic in every moment? Are you ready to take full control of your journey on this earth? Then join me on the 11th of January for the opening of the doors to my Channeling Academy. Serendipity, where you will learn how to channel, become a channel for others if you choose, and be certified as a channel with the Serendipity Academy of Magic. All you have to do is DM me the word spirit on Instagram. I have created a gridwork of magic here to expand and amplify your life into so much pleasure. In true loving spirit of serendipity, what awaits on the other side is the magic of finding something good you weren't looking for, and watching the doors to success open in ways that you never knew or imagined. Okay, let's do a little exercise on belief systems because I may have thrown you out of the water. Belief is everything. If you don't believe this is possible for you, then that will override your free will to ever experience it. Belief literally runs our whole life. So in this moment, you get to decide, what do you believe to be true? Do you believe that magic can occur for you? If not, I suggest you look at the way that you were created. That your mum never did a single thing to create you in the womb. You just came out one day, fully grown, able to breathe, with a heart that pumps without you having to do a thing. Is that not enough for you to remember that you are in fact magic? So I'm going to take you to a foundational space of safety to feel the energy so you can understand the shifting of belief and how important this is. So when you're ready to shutting down your eyes, I want you to see a toy box in front of you. Now your toy box can have glitter, can have cars, can have whatever your heart desires on the outside of it. I want you to get super playful here. Allow your imagination to go wild. I want you to open the lid and see all the toys that you've collected over the years. The ones that you aren't playing with anymore. You sexy little hoarder you. She's bloody full. Yes, they served a purpose for your life and enjoyment at some point, but you can't fit any new delicious and fun toys in there, right? So when people say that they're bored, I'm always like, you don't have any room in your toy box anymore. So we're going to empty that little bad boy out and return those babies to someone who actually is going to use them. I call this clearing out space to awaken deeper consciousness. Now, we are able to stay open, since we have more space to receive the gifts from the divine. This is what we're doing throughout this podcast. We are clearing out outdated, low vibrational tools that are in your toolbox. And we're filling it with more purposeful ones that bring you more pleasure. Ooh. My guides are sneaky buggers bringing you this just before Christmas, dolls. Now there's space to receive. I want you to see your toy box as an empty space in your mind, free from old, outdated beliefs. She's clean, welcome, crisp, chef's kiss. We upgrade our needs all the time, so it only makes sense to upgrade our belief systems. The beliefs we've been hoarding in our toy boxes don't even belong to us. You know when you have someone shit at your house and you can't wait until they come back so they can take it? Right, this is the same thing. Other people's beliefs are just hanging out in your consciousness. And I say, sayonara. Bye-bye. And now you have a beautiful, open, expanded space. You can place in there consciously what feels good to you. And that is why I'll always say, when something feels good in your body, or you get excited over something, take it as a whisper of a space that is connected to your truth. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So my guides have guided me to some fucking magnificent spaces along all of my travels. to the exact books I need to read, to my soul family. They have connected me to my mentors, channeled all my programs and client sessions, and even this little potty. They are pure magic. And what this magic can sometimes look like is adventures as simple as these. So I was driving from Mount Shasta to San Jose and I heard the word Vitality Bowl. I look it up on the maps and it's 5 minutes away from where I'm driving in Sacramento. It was super random, but I trusted my guides and turned around and went there. I walked in to this beautiful mother and her son sitting at a shop. As I waited for my order, they striked up a conversation and it was so divinely orchestrated. It was as though I had met them before. It was a telepathic connection as soon as I walked in. And I'm not surprised by these anymore, but there was a part of me that was like, weird. So we started talking about how I'm just traveling and taking my client around the world virtually to upgrade her into her highest timeline. And he was in a space in his life where he was in a similar situation to that which I'd been in the last year. 10 minutes later, we had this conversation and expanded his entire vision for what's possible in his life and his business. He was a soul-aligned human being planted by the universe, and I dropped in to be a physical spirit guide in that moment. It was orchestrated to connect us both at that exact point in time. As soon as the conversation was done, the wrap man walked out, handing me the most fucking delicious, nutritious wrap I've ever had in my life, and handed it to me in the exact second that the conversation closed. When I left, my guides told me exactly who this person was and why I had gone there that day. And so, how I knew that this was my guides that day? Well, now I have a very close connection, but in the beginning, it started with communicating through intuition, through animals, through signs, like dragonflies and symbols and numbers. I learned to communicate with them most when they helped me channel and build my van. And I'm going to do a whole nother podcast on this and the magic that they take us through with creation. But if you're just starting out, I suggest to just start here. So we're going to lay some foundations first so you can know exactly what they are. So guides are here to assist us in navigating the complexities of life and fulfilling our soul's purpose. Spirit guides come in many forms, including animal spirits, angels, departed loved ones, ascended masters, and it is my belief that they are walking on this earth in the physical. Each type of guide serves a specific purpose, offering protection, providing wisdom, or assisting in specific areas of our lives. So when connecting, you can do this through inner stillness, through meditation, mindfulness, or intention. Trusting your intuition and paying attention to the synchronicities and keeping an open heart are truly the key elements. Spirit guides often communicate through subtle signs, so being attuned to these signals is essential in fostering a strong connection. The process can be both mystical and personal. They are aware of our soul contract and they know the pieces to move us through the stages of our evolution. Some stay for a long time, some come and go for seasons, and it's all beautiful. So there was a moment that I had in my life where I had deep uncertainty. It was the day that I asked for guidance. I started noticing repeated symbols like dragonflies flying around my head continuously and butterflies landing on my skin. There was feathers and certain numbers continuously appearing, which I later learned were signs from my spirit guides. These signs led me to a path of clarity and reassurance, affirming that I was not alone on my journey. The reason I started all of this was because I needed to help other people move through their spiritual awakening. Because when you've got Chris laying up in your bed of a night time and you really don't know how to send him off or who to call, it's fucking great to know someone's going through that shit. And if I could have had me back then, I would have been sweet. How I see guides is they are multi-dimensional aspects of us. And what I mean by this is, you can probably vouch when I say that you are not just one version of you. There is multiple versions of you existing all at this one time. You know how one day you can wake up and be like, oh, I really want to wear that today, and that's interesting. I am embodying a different energy today. I truly believe, based on my experience, that is when we're merging with a different guide. I used to be like, oh yeah, that's my alter ego. But no, I was just merging with one of my guides. I've been galactic, I've been Egyptian, I've been human many, many times. I died in spaceships, and whenever I go back into these memories, I discover that these same souls that I'm moving through these lives with are sometimes my guides that I connect with in this lifetime. They hold the same energetic coding. So when I wake up most mornings, I can actually see my guides who are working with me that day in my reflection. It gets really fucking cool, guys. And at different points in the journey, we connect with different guides who are helping us merge with an energy to better assist us in whatever we are moving through at that point. Sort of like when you experience your life moving through cycles, or you are called back to places on Earth that you've travelled at the same time but a different year. I don't like to call it moving through lessons, but more shifting out of the matrix and denser energies to raise the vibration of the Earth to the 5th dimension. So when I first started on this journey, I had a beautiful guide named Adeline come through. This beautiful angelic fairy that wouldn't hurt a fly. She used to shoot me to tears. I'd be like, can I please receive something other than messages about love, you are beautiful, you are perfect exactly as you are, just trust the process. I was like, fuck, give me a hard ass kick up the ass please and tell me what to do. I was super grateful for her, but there was a part of me that was resisting this unconditional love. Of course, that was what she was here to teach me. And so one day I asked her if she could guide me to a physical guide in my physical reality, because I wanted a human who understood what I was doing, so I didn't think I was so crazy. The next day I was guided to a mentor, and I remember saying to her, "You're my spirit guide in the physical now, babe. I asked for you yesterday." So yes, that's exactly how I see mentorship with all my clients. I am their earth spirit guide, bridging them to the 5th dimension. This is why mentorship is the best. We are investing our energy, aka our money, into conscious merging of that which we desire. When my first guide came through, I dead set thought I was tripping. Like, you guys know this story, but Adeline, I thought I had made her up. I'd never seen this before. I'd never even heard of her name in this lifetime. So I knew there was a part of me that wasn't making it up, but it's a journey to trust beyond the mind. We have lots of programs around imaginary friends, and you're making shit up and you're just seeing things. Like, damn right, I'm fucking actually seeing things. But then her name started coming up all around me in my physical reality. She was like, yo, don't believe me, sis? I'll come down to the 3rd dimension until you stop ignoring me. And as the journey went on, I was able to see that she was actually merging with me to return me to unconditional love. She was teaching me such deep trust and was the part of me that everyone else was able to see, but I couldn't. So when my spiritual journey really came online and I began connecting with her, she stayed for about 6 months, until I was fully merged with this energy and understanding of the 5th dimension. Because we first need to access the frequency of the 5th dimension, the vibration of love, to be able to go higher. We need to merge with this frequency so that the levels of beings living in a higher vibration are able to get closer to us. They can come down our pillar of light, but most of the time it's us who are entering their realm. And I've heard others say that our guides can only come and help us when we ask. This is true. We have to consciously be connecting. But my guides also came in to work with me before I knew who they were to save my life. So it is my belief system that they come in to intervene when we really need. But if you're not there, you can still consciously connect with them. So once Adeline had played her part in my life, that's when shit got real cool. Did we journey through some really deep things though to get there? Yeah, we did. My goodness. So once my vibration had shifted, the beings that came to work with me were bloody fantastic. If I could describe to you who's on my team at the moment, you'd be like, whoa sis. Actually, let's try. This would be funny as. Let me think. Okay, so my main guide, she is so beautiful. Her name is Molly. I call her Mol. She's from Lyra, which is a star system that is friggin' insanely powerful. She looks like a feline, but also like an avatar. She shows me her body, but won't let me see her physical outline. She always takes me into her energetic field, and it's like a purple swaying of swirls. She shows me her energetic codex. She has taught me about codes and connecting energetic strands. She helps me to fire new neurons and activates the electromagnetic field. When I connect with her, she's always doing really cool shit like signaling in the neocortexes and downloading codes into the water. She's always playing with those strands of DNA. I also have a Mayan wise woman lady with a freckle on her left cheek who wears a white dress and red cloth over her hair. She has don't fuck with me energy and came to me in Egypt. She's with me now to push me further down the tantric path and reconnect me to sacred sexuality, love, relationships, tantra, and she's fully teaching me to own my sexuality, which is exciting. I have a wizard wise man who helps me create tinctures and potions and channel codes into essential oils. He creates mixtures. He understands the potency of the senses and is working hand in hand with my lady Maya as we walk the tantric path together. I have John, who was human, but he left this earth 7 years ago. He's a bald, big gay man who is like a bouncing ball of joy. He's super self-expressed, he cracks me the fuck up, and he always reminds me to bring out my inner child. You bet on the days when I'm being super serious, he comes in and takes me on a journey. He always comes in like a cheerleader and he's like, "Let's go girl, let's go on adventures, come on." He's a fucking crack up, like seriously. I have Miles and he came through just this week. At first, he would only show me one side of his body, and he looked like the doll from Toy Story. So at first I was like, yo, are you here for the highest good? I ended up doing a soul retrieval for him, which was super interesting. Then his body came back to being able to be fully seen, and I was able to see him after 3 days. I then met a little boy a few days later with the same name and hair, who was being entirely self-expressed. So he came through this little boy in physical form so that I could fully trust and meet him. And he is teaching me to be fully seen in all that I am. I have a main business guide who is super earthy. She looks like a tree, sort of like a cosmic character. She's really interesting, and she's helping me to anchor my creations into this earthly plane. I have a business guide who looks like a spaceship with crab legs. Oh my god, you're probably like, what the fuck, this chick's cooked it. Now I'm speaking it out loud, I'm like, but seriously. This guide came in to shine light and mirrors in the galactic space so that I'd be able to be seen by my clients online. I have an Andromedan who is quiet but comes in with some juice most mornings. I have an alien called Teli who takes me on spaceships, and 2 others who are fading out as I shift timelines. So they all came through to teach me about the quantum field and coding and channeling codes through light language and journeying, and it's been fucking nuts, man, but she's pretty wild. So these are my team. They work with me every day and life's pretty dandy. I wake up and I'm like, "Morning, Sam." And they're like, "Morning, Ralph." And yeah, I'm never alone. So you can have this too. So could you imagine waking up with like 10 friends around you? It's fucking pretty epic. So being connected to your guides and these energies of love is like walking around with a boomerang around you. Nothing can make its way into your field the way it used to. I used to be really freaked out when a person did me wrong, like they would end up in a really bad circumstance straight after, and I'd be like, shit, their life's taken a turn. And people would be like, wow, karma really got them quick, hey? And now I'm like, no, you should just never fuck with anyone because you never know who's on their spiritual team. So if you need another reason to meet your spiritual team, because you got a gang. So when I first met my galactic team of spirit, I fucking died. It was like my family members were leaving me because it meant that Adeline was no longer my main guide. So we have a guide that comes in and is our main guide. And most of the time, if you're only stepping into this space and learning about this now, I would say you're going to meet a guide that's going to teach you self-love so that you can raise your vibration to your highest timeline, to the 5th dimension, in order for you to then access higher vibrational guides. So when this being fully integrates their energy, they can then move on to their next mission, and then we have ours switched on. So we can only access our mission and our purpose on Earth once we've accessed the vibration of love. So we can access our mission through connecting with these beings because they're connecting us in with the vibration of the 5th dimension. And all missions move through love. And if you ask anyone what their mission is, underneath it, it's love. So when she left, I had to move through a space of deep grief because who I was changing over. My identity was shifting, and this is what you'll see with people when they are shifting identities, is they're having guides shift. They are shifting to a higher vibration and accessing new higher vibrational guides. So we can still call on our main guide. They will always be our best friend. Yet they're not front and center, and we have to learn to work with new ones. Like any relationship, you have to put in the effort to build a relationship and actually call them. So that's what we're going to be doing today for you, which may mean some things are going to shift in your life. When we shift to a new vibration, lower vibrational things can't really hang around as much anymore. So I know if you're listening to this, you're ready to experience some cool shit in your time. So let's call them in already. Today we're going to do a foundational connection. And I teach a process in my Channeling Academy that's coming on the 11th of January. So if you'd like to actually go deeper and learn to see them and connect with them and fully understand them on a personal level, that will be the space. But for today, trust that we're going to be opening up your connection channel. So I'm going to take you on a guided meditation to help you connect with your spirit guides. Find a quiet space and let the gentle guidance of this meditation open the door to the wisdom that awaits you. The most important part is that you stay open. That every time a thought comes through that indicates that you can't connect, that this isn't real, or that you can't do it, remember that it's just your mind that is programmed to keep you where you are because that is where safety exists. If you truly want to experience something new, you have to be mindful of staying open and leaping into the unknown, knowing you are safe, knowing you are guided, and having full trust in the magic that appears from there. So I'm going to create a grid, and I'm going to call in my beautiful guides to join us in this space. Ancient Truth, create a quantum grid and go ahead and connect in with everybody who's listening to this podcast. I want you to run a sensation through their body. And when you're ready, just taking a deep breath in, beginning to feel the air move through your nose, the warmth, as it makes its way down into your lower belly. And on the next breath out, beginning to feel the seat beneath you, knowing you are safe, knowing you are held, knowing you are supported by beautiful Mother Earth. I just want you to feel in your body any sensations that may arise as you feel the clothing touching your skin, taking note of any sounds that feel safe or familiar to you, focusing in on my voice, noticing any smells in the air or any tastes in your mouth. I invite you to begin to see a golden pyramid spinning around your body, expanding with every breath, signifying that you are now stepping into a sacred space of love and protection. As I invite you to begin to see a beautiful bright light in your heart space, begin to illuminate with every breath. As it fills every cell in your body, I just want you to see a beautiful diamond in your heart space begin to spin. Star Healing Diamond, go ahead and spin in the heart space of everybody listening to this podcast. And go ahead and switch on the lights of everybody's chakras, bringing them into full alignment. Ancient Truth, take everybody to the quantum field. And when you arrive, noticing a shift in your energy or a subtle freedom of the mind, as I invite you to stay open, to trust in the unknown, allowing yourself to receive any magic in this moment. I invite you to stay present in your space and just taking notice if you feel any sensations change within your body. If you feel a presence in your space, all you have to do is stay open and know that whatever you experience or don't experience today is perfect for you. Allow your heart and your intuition to be open as we begin tuning in to the fifth dimension. I now call in all beings of love and light that are here to assist and make connection today for the highest good of all. Thank you, beautiful guides. I love you. Guys, go ahead and make contact with every person listening to this podcast and call in their guides of the highest love and truth to come be with them in this moment. I want you to run a sensation through their body so they know you are there, or stand behind them and place your hand on their back. Now you may experience truth bumps, hot or cold feelings, or maybe just sense a presence near you. You may hear words, or you may not experience anything at all. Just stay open as I invite you to continue to breathe breathing is receiving. I invite you to set the intention to connect in by repeating these words. I set the intention to connect with my beautiful spirit guides. Please show me a symbol so I can connect with you in the physical. Trusting whatever symbol you receive. Now you wait for its magic to show itself to you. In this moment, you can ask, what is your name? And you may receive a name, you may hear a name, you may see a name. And if you don't, that is perfectly fine. We usually do this process through automatic writing. But stay open, as we've now set the intention for you to connect. When you're ready, just coming back into the present moment, feeling yourself begin to grow roots beneath your spine, winding and weaving down into the earth as they connect in with the cosmic heart at the base of the earth, feeling ever so held, ever so supported, ever so nourished. As you begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, trusting and knowing that this is just a foundational step, and how you can connect from here. When you're ready, you can begin to open your eyes, finding something in the room that makes you feel ever so safe, and just focusing your attention there for just a moment. Trusting in your experience today, knowing that this is just a foundational connection piece, and that now we stay open. So how you can continue to connect from here, simply when you wake up or you go for a drive or you're in the shower, I usually say, hey guides, how are you? I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. What are you up to today? And usually I'll receive what they're up to, but in the beginning, I stayed open to signs. You can ask them to create magic in your day, or ask them to show you something so you know that they're around. You can ask if they can send you a purple dragonfly, if you should do this thing in the next 48 hours. Now, also knowing that the sign is within the sign. If you get upset that you don't see a sign, it's because you actually want to do the thing. So go with the way that you feel. But when we connect in with our guides, we need to give them time and space. We need to remember that time and space is a man-made concept. Things need to shift in our reality to get things to happen. So just stay patient and stay open. And now you might be thinking, is it safe to ask for more? Because humans have this thought and this belief pattern that asking for more means that we're not grateful for what we've got. But our guides love helping us. That's why they're here. We are here with an unlimited potential. We didn't come into this earth with some scripted scroll that said, you can only have this much and only do so much. We came here with nothing but space and time and unlimited possibility. So allow them to show you what magic you can actually create. And so if they come to you at a time in the morning that doesn't feel good, like they're waking you up at 4 o'clock in the morning, ask them to come in at a time when you're ready to connect. And if they keep on waking you up, ask them to come back in the morning at 7 a.m. or whatever time you choose, and make sure you're actually available because they'll be waiting. I want to remind you that belief is a decision that is congruent to only following thought patterns that line up to that which we desire. If you believe that this is horseshit, then you're going to receive horseshit. So if there's a part of you that is like, I desire to be open to this, I would suggest popping this little metaphysical tool in your tool belt and stay in the vibration of gratitude. Where this all began? Thank you, beautiful guides. I believe in miracles. Show me miracles today. I'm ready, I'm open. Show me how good this gets to get. Add that one to your morning get up. Now I know what you're thinking, and it's okay. I thought this too. Am I making all of this up? Well, technically you're making everything up. If you spend enough time trying to discover the truth You'll find that everything that you know today is pretty much based on someone else's individual experience and their perception of reality. So the only real truth is your truth, and you get to decide and explore and adventure in all the spaces to decide what actually feels good to you. Do you want to create magic or do you not? You will find your truth in whatever that is, because it's available to you. And for me, the only evidence I've ever discovered that I needed is seeing the lives of people who have what I want. And most of them have a damn beautiful connection to their spirit guides. So if you need another reason to create the relationship with them, then let me take you on a little journey of my very first experience and the way connecting with your spirit guides makes you feel as it develops. In the heart of a dense forest where the whispers of ancient trees cradled the secrets of the universe, I embarked on a journey that would forever alter the course of my existence. Lost in the shadows of deep depression, I sought solace beneath the emerald canopy, yearning for answers to the profound question of my purpose on this earthly plane. As I surrendered to meditation, a sacred stillness enveloped me, and two ethereal beings emerged from the mystical tapestry of the woods. The first, a radiant fairy named Adeline, graced my presence with delicate wings of a luminescent glow. With a tender touch, she bestowed upon me a radiant ball of light that nestled in the sanctuary of my heart. Together, we embarked on a mesmerizing journey through the enchanted forest, where every whispering leaf held the promise of unconditional love. Seated beside Adeline, the forest suddenly became alive with this infectious energy of a joyful dance. A bald man named John materialized, his laughter echoing through the woodland like a melody of pure mirth. With a skipping gait, he approached me, exclaiming, "Baby, come dance!" My initial skepticism crumbled in the face of his exuberance, and I found myself swirling in an otherworldly dance, led by this unlikely yet enchanting guide. Amidst the laughter and the dance, a realization struck me with the force of a revelation. I was not alone. Adeline and John, embodiments of love and joy, revealed themselves as my spirit guides. The forest, once a realm of shadows, burst open with the radiant light of newfound joy. The universe, it seemed, had conspired to bring forth these cosmic companions to guide me through the labyrinth of my own existence. As Adeline and John continued to weave their presence into my reality, the forest transformed into a sacred space of soul activation. Each step echoed with the rhythm of rediscovery, and the symphony of their guidance unfolded like a cosmic dance, inviting me to embrace the profound connection between the earthly and the divine. In the embrace of my spirit guides, the purpose of my existence became a vibrant tapestry, woven with threads of love, laughter, and the boundless possibility of the soul's journey. If you'd like to go deeper, to connect, to receive information, to see your spirit guides form and create a beautiful relationship with your guides, to unravel your mission and your purpose on this earth, and access all of your beautiful soul's gifts. If you'd like to communicate and download all your ideas and the next steps in your journey, then join me on the 11th of January for the opening of the doors to my Channeling Academy, where you'll become a certified channel with the Serendipity Academy of Magic. To say thank you for being a part of the Gypsy Soul fam, I'll be giving a discount to you babies. All you have to do is DM me the word spirit on Instagram. In true loving spirit of serendipity, what awaits on the other side is the magic of finding something good you weren't even looking for and watching the doors to success open in ways you never knew or imagined to be possible. And if you'd like to raise your vibration, come join my 5-day free Manifestation Mastery Challenge starting on the 3rd of January to kickstart your 2024 and gain massive momentum. If you want to learn more about how to work with me and finally step into your power, message me on Instagram at demi_ward. If you hear the whispers, then slide on into my DMs. Love you lots like jelly tots. Stay sexy, stay happy, and stay shining. I'd love your support to get this podcast out into the world for the people who need it. So as a big thank you, I'll be offering one free manifestation mentorship session each month for those who share and review this podcast. Thank you for joining us on this episode. Remember, your spirit guides are always by your side, offering support, wisdom, and a guiding light on your journey. Until next time, may your path be illuminated by the whispers of your spiritual allies, and your beautiful, unique soul.